As we bow our heads right now, we're going to say this prayer for hits, cuts, and bruises as we have another volume, another episode of our show. We're welcoming another brother, Fred Brown. We want to give him the good manifestation of all the blessings that's possible through the ears, through the eyes, through everything that's possible to communicate with the people with this podcast. And if this is possible, Lord, we want to actually do that with this presence. Love us, protect us, support us, hits, cuts, and bruises. Amen. Amen. Hey, how you doing? This is Hits, Cuts, and Bruises, and we on with one of the most iconic guys of our era. He came out as a awesome basketball player, real different, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it really even more, can I say awesomer? I don't know if that's a word, but
well, you make up a word every episode, so yeah, we used to that.
I do, but I'm awesomer person. And this podcast is going to be more about the trials or tribulations of falling star to triumphant
entrepreneur,
going over just entrepreneur, just going through everything what it takes to be him. So Fred Brown exclusive is going to show you something. This is my guy, Fred Brown.
Brown exclusive.
Yes,
Our
sir.
service.
get it right.
We coming.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We coming. We growing. We building.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna, go back to doing what we forgot to do. Is introduce ourselves. So we want to welcome you guys back to Hits, Cuts, and Bruises. I'm Kinetic of Hits, Cuts, and Bruises. Thanks so much for everyone who tunes in, kind of weekly, kind of.
Yeah.
We be trying, y'all. I promise we be trying.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's something that it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
And we appreciate every last one of y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Also, of course, tune into our merch. We do have a merch store. And you'll see that Spanky has on a 561. So we want to definitely shout out PIP Visions.
That's right.
So y'all make sure y'all go over to tendertree.com/HCB. That's our website where you can get our merch.
That's right.
This is an exclusive color, y'all. I'm sorry. It might be coming. I don't know. But, I've had several requests for this color. Maybe we can get it later, but right now it's just an exclusive.
Is that Tim's color? Timberlands?
It is.
Okay.
Shout out to but also shout out to New York. Y'all, man.
Sorry for you.
Heat
win. Sorry.
I did not say
sorry
the
for
New
your
York
mama.
Knicks. I ain't say nothing about the Knicks.
They running with them.
The city of New York. Because y'all are actually our number one city. So just letting y'all know. Palm Beach, you don't notice.
That's
but
real.
We gotta call it what it is. The numbers don't lie. New York is our number one city.
Damn.
So
that's what's up. Big up, son.
Now,
word life.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Word is bond, yo. Yeah.
All right, son.
Flavors. Bad flavors, yo.
We love them.
Yeah.
Now,
thanks for the support.
Special shout out to DJ Timo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Timo,
man.
Timo.
We
working man. He's hardest working man.
Oh my gosh.
We actually has our brother, our other part of Hits, Cuts, and Bruises actually Hits. He's one of the busiest guys in Palm Beach County and probably in this side of the Mississippi. And we're gonna let it. He you don't see him, But he
You
in
know
here.
he here.
He in here.
Definitely in here.
He in here. Yeah.
So, Fred, let's kick us off.
Yeah.
Let's just to get us going,
Right.
introduce people. Let them know who you are.
That's right.
And I wouldn't say qualify yourself to be on our show, but if I'm brand new and I have no clue who you are, give me a little introduction.
I'm Fred Brown, born and raised right here in West Palm, Riviera Beach. Little history, play basketball, play baseball, play football, played a little bit of everything in the sports world.
I ain't know about the baseball.
Baseball, basketball, football,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
I did it.
Wow.
And was good at each one of them.
Talk your shit.
Wait. What? Are we talking about football? You seen our show with Chad Scott? You did football too?
I did see that show.
Okay,
that was a great show.
Okay, I'm just but
I learned a lot of stuff in that show that I didn't know.
But we finna learn about Fredro, my guy.
I don't know, a lot. Chad. You know what? Chad gave me a shout out in that show.
He sure did.
He sure did.
Yeah.
I thought you.
You know
you know what? As we talking about that, I didn't think you.
Oh yeah, I watched it, and he
good.
gave me a shout out. And I don't know if a lot of people knew that I played football.
Yeah,
but I was I was a bad boy quarterback.
Yeah.
So
Slim Reaper, the original Slim Reaper.
Okay.
You was the original Slim Reaper.
Played a little quarterback.
Yeah.
I was recruited at quarterback.
Okay.
By a few schools on the East Coast here.
Okay.
Say less.
But
let them know where you made your damage at, though. Woo.
Well,
I know you giving a lot of other sports homage, but boy, you really put in work in that round ball, though.
I did my thing. I did my thing a little bit. I held my own.
You did.
I held my own. And not trying to brag or boast about too much, but
yeah. But all right, you know what? I'm gonna make you brag to a certain extent. Let's start off from high schools. We see here in Florida in Palm Beach County, we don't have the liberty to go to private schools and everything. So everything we do is really public.
Some people went to Connor Newman, and I'm just saying.
You know what? We can name one or two. Yeah. In our era. I mean, in our town. That's all we have.
Right.
This man kind of flipped public.
True.
When I say he flipped, I'm gonna let Fred talk about the flip part.
Well, when you say flip,
you went to quite a few fucking high schools. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
flipping.
I was just trying to see which flip or which way you was going.
He was a test driver before he bought the vehicle.
Okay. I started out at North Show.
Okay.
And they shut my
the Mustangs.
Yeah, the Mustangs.
Well, I just call them Mustangs. But go ahead.
Please don't start nothing.
That was my school, though. I wish I could have.
That was the school I was gonna go to.
Yeah,
they closed it down, but that was my school.
I wish I could have finished out a Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
But they closed us down, and they closed Twin Lakes down, and they combined two rivalry schools, and they and became Palm Beach Lakes. So they shut that school down. I went to Palm Beach Lakes for a year.
Yeah.
Here's
the travel, guys. Pay attention. You might get lost.
Did a little damage. Did a little damage at Palm Beach Lakes.
A lot of damage.
And I did a little damage. I held my own again there at Palm Beach Lakes. And then at the end of Palm Beach Lakes, I then finished out my senior year at Palm Beach Gardens.
Oh boy.
And I did a little damage there.
Yes.
Oh boy.
What?
What's the mascot of Gardens? Are there
the Gators?
The Gator Rats?
No, damn Gator Rats, motherfuckers. The Gators.
Gator Rats.
My bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not. We're more.
You better ask.
We're more ferocious where I'm from. You know what I mean?
What you was a warrior at Jupiter or something?
No,
a panther.
Oh, you was a panther?
Yeah.
Okay.
Panther pride.
Okay.
Hey. But this is not about me. This is about Fredro. Go ahead, Fred. Excuse me.
Okay.
Go ahead, Freud. Keep going.
But before going to Gardens, I had a great season at Palm Beach Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Well, Palm Beach Lakes was something,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And entering Palm Beach Lakes,
God bless the dead. Who you played for?
Florida Andrews.
Yeah, God bless the dead.
Florida Andrews,
He just passed away.
And that was when going to Palm Beach Lakes. That's kind of when I ended my my football career.
Real, yeah, because they were sorry for a long time.
Who was sorry?
Lakes.
Oh,
you didn't play because
that's right.
You didn't play just for nothing.
Well, that's when they should have made me the quarterback when I came over there.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay. Excuse me.
I remember coming to Palm Beach Lakes, man, and I had did some things over at North Shore as a quarterback.
Really, I didn't know that, bro.
Oh, man, I ain't trying to toot my own.
So listen, what was your first love?
My first love was basketball, but football.
Yeah,
football. I'm gonna come back to a story on football.
Yeah, because you got a little competition that if you get into it. I know this guy, Chad Scott, might want to so just we'll go back to it.
Okay.
We're gonna open that up.
We went shut down North Shore, shut down Twin Lakes.
So what do you mean by shutting down?
They closed the schools.
Really?
They closed the schools and they combined it 2 rivalry schools. Man, we were actually in practice at Palm Beach Lakes going at it with each other.
Really?
So it's like Remember the Titans.
Man, it was. I think it might have been worse than Remember the Titans.
Right.
Because we was actually fighting each other.
Right.
Dang.
Like blows.
Who idea was that?
I don't know, man.
There was somebody at the counter that was smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, definitely.
But a little bit on the football before we go back to the basketball part.
Yeah.
I remember going to pick up my pads, the tar,
big deal.
For football.
Absolutely.
And they looked at me,
Yeah.
So Palm Beach Lakes kept their coaches for football to the new school.
Right.
So I walked in there to get my uniform, my tars, my pads, and they said they looked at me and said, what position are you?
Yeah.
Bro, I felt disrespected.
Yeah.
I felt disrespected.
Yeah.
I looked at them like, you don't know who I am?
Right.
Wow.
Like, I'm Fred Brown.
That's right.
I play quarterback.
Yeah.
So they looked at me, man.
Yeah.
They looked at me and said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So we don't get mad if we slide you out to wide receiver.
Right. So nobody never talked to you like that before.
No, not. And I'm like, okay. I said, well, here,
Where did you play rec at?
Rec. Oh, come on. Where we all grew
absolutely.
up.
Then
Riviera Beach.
So that was like I'm already solidified.
Right.
So you talking to me like that, so I already done made damage.
I felt disrespected, man. I felt a little disrespected. So guess what I did? I handed them back their card. I said, look, I'm a quarterback.
Right.
I said, they said, wait. They said, don't get mad if we move you out to wide receiver.
Wow.
So what are you like 15, 16 when it's going on?
Junior. I was going to my junior year.
Yeah,
okay.
So 16.
Okay.
Yeah, 16. 15, 16.
So you got big nuts at the age of 16. Telling the coach what the fuck you gonna do.
They might have been big because I felt like I was the man.
Right.
I was confident in myself, especially at quarterback.
Right.
But when he told me, don't get mad if we push you out to wide receiver, I said, man, look at y'all can have this stuff back. I don't take licks. I'm a quarterback.
Okay, so now we're full-time basketball.
I turned
first time ever.
Full-time basketball now.
So how did you feel that you was in a position to you saw what you was made of and you actually had an opportunity to change the game. You got better, I'm sure.
You know what, man? I won't say that I think my game I was just playing, man, not knowing what the next day was gonna be, what my next move was gonna be, but everything focused and went in on basketball, and I think that was the year that my game just kind of opened up and came out.
You was like, here I am, motherfuckers.
But why not baseball?
Baseball, you know what? I did baseball as a kid, growing up, and I
Mhm.
was pretty good. I played every position, wherever
Damn.
coach needed. First base, second pitcher,
Damn.
catcher,
Right.
Wow.
wherever. I was just, I was a pretty good athlete, man,
Right.
growing up.
Okay.
And
You had no choice. That's how we,
that's everybody. We
Yeah.
all. That's our parents
Survival.
put us in everything, and kept us busy.
Whatever
with
stick.
that. And
Yeah.
at my junior year, I went and started focusing on basketball, and that's when.
So actuality, that's when you start making all the noise. Did you actually start getting like college hits and stuff back then?
Yeah, it started. It started then.
Mm-hmm.
When I kind of I won't say I gave up football, but they kind of forced me out of football.
They tried you.
Yeah. I felt very disrespected.
Is that leaving the game of football is something you ever regret? Here we are. 30 years down the line, do you man, I know you have nightmares sometimes.
I'm gonna tell you this, Chris T. Jones.
Yeah,
I know. Okay.
I'm here. I know.
I ran into Chris probably a month or two ago, and we hung out. Chris say, man,
UM, give a shout out.
Hey,
UM, Chris T. Jones,
UM,
Philadelphia Eagles.
Chris say, man, you messed up a lot. You messed up millions for both of us.
What?
I looked at him. I said, what you mean, man? I messed. He said, you should never quit football. I said, Bun. I said, hey, they wanted to make me a receiver. I ain't no receiver.
Yeah.
He said, well, you should have came to Newman.
Yeah.
He said, you should have spoken.
There's that school.
Hey,
look at this guy.
Hey, he said, you should have came to Newman. And I said, it was some things, parents, back then we listened to our parents,
Of course.
And
your dad was like your agent. I know that. That was your agent.
You hit it on the head. And I kind of wish that my agent, so-called dad, would have let me kind of make some decisions on my own. And I understand with high school, they, you listen to your parents, but it was, and I'm pretty sure we'll come to it later on.
But we're gonna come back because you have an opportunity to do that for your own offspring.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come back to that, and you make sure we come back to that.
Oh,
that's your job.
Oh yeah.
Bruises.
But yeah, man, it was pretty interesting. My junior year, man, just giving up football, not giving up football, but just hanging up the cleats.
You felt disrespected.
Yeah, I felt.
So here we are, junior year. This is when Fred has catapulted in his career. Now we're coming into senior. Where are you? Mentally, physically, everything.
Palm Beach Gardens, man. Okay. Palm Beach Gardens.
Was that a tough adjustment?
It wasn't tough at all, man. Because wherever I went, I had a
beat.
Huh?
See you trying. See,
let him talk.
No, because here at Hits, Cuts, and Bruises, I'm going to stop him from trying to be humble.
He wasn't going to be humble.
Yes, he was. Because he was finna say,
yeah,
I was. But no, this is not ESPN.
Well, what you mean?
12th grade year.
12th grade year, I had
Gardens. What the fuck?
It wasn't only Gardens I could have went to.
Right.
I understand.
I had someone down at Pompano Beach, Ely, that wanted me to come down there and play, and I could have went and did that part. But I stayed in Palm Beach and went to Palm Beach Gardens, and I did my thing there,
Because you was playing with Terrell at that time, right?
Yeah, I was with Terrell, Jeff Simmons, Jermaine Thomas.
Yeah.
Riviera Beach sounds like.
Nick, well, a lot of us was on that
Nick
team.
Charles.
Nick Charles.
Yeah.
Nick Charles. Who else was on that team? Telly Andrews.
Yes.
George Booker.
Yeah.
Man, hey,
Monroe Heights.
Eric Hartnett.
We had a team.
Played with me over there.
But at the end of the day,
you was at Garden City?
Yes. I ain't playing no ball.
He was with the Splash Pack.
He was a dancer. Oh, hell no. He was a round and round you go.
But yeah, man, I went over to Gardens and Coach Arbogast was excited that I came.
Yeah.
Arbogast came. Arbogast was excited that I came.
Of course.
And and things kind of took off for me over there too.
if you had to compare your game to any icon that any listener getting to know you from this interview right now, who was your game like?
An icon. An icon. Or with someone.
NBA.
One of our NBA. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
who would you model? Who would you like?
Yeah.
And we saying Fred Brown, he was this, he got the guards his senior year. Who were you like?
You know what?
I was more like,
I don't know who I was like.
Because I know your game and I don't know either. Your game was different.
Like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Coach Pop. You remember Coach Pop from when he was at Palm Beach State?
He left on me.
Right.
He probably gonna hit in these comments. Coach, but you left on me.
Coach Pop. I was, man, I don't know who I was. I don't know who my game was like, but I know I could get a bucket. And if I wanted to score, I know how to get a bucket. Yeah. And going back to Coach Pop would always say the bucket, call me the bucket getter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I love Michael Jordan, man. That was my man. That's the GOAT.
Good move.
And dude, I ain't gonna lie.
You didn't say LeBron, you said Jordan. That's great.
MJ, the GOAT.
You know one thing, just to put on pause, I don't understand how people our age they hollering about LeBron and stuff like that.
Come on,
you too old to be liking that young guy.
I am a LeBron lover.
Okay,
that's why he's saying that shit. That's all it is.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I don't mix no words.
I
love LeBron James.
6 for 6 championships. He didn't get 35 times and only got 4 titles.
Hey, I don't care about that.
Go ahead.
I don't care about that.
So, sorry, bro.
All the positions. Like Fred said, I can play all the positions.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So your game is no comparisons to this and that. So here we are seeing.
Wait. You saw me. I mean, you watched me.
I did.
Like, who would you say my game was like back in high school or coming through?
To be honest, man, your game was different, dude. Because you was more like, for your position, you know how when you see Jokic bringing the ball up, like, man, he's a point guard today?
Yeah.
You did that. And then you see Pip, you got to use your length today and you got to stop somebody on defense. You was like so many different guys in one. And then you had a yo-yo game.
I would say Tracy McGrady.
Okay.
That's
you know what?
Okay. You know what?
I'll go with Ken because
no, he's man.
Yeah.
Hold on. Excuse me. Shoot.
You know what? If it was anybody, I would say Tracy. I would come, I mean, similar to Tracy McGrady.
Came out your ass with that one,
great.
Yeah.
You know.
But you had to, we're talking about versatility.
I could play D, offense.
You would,
bring it. I was in high school.
Coach Pop said you get a bucket.
Yeah.
You get a bucket. You know
in high school, I was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah. Just like when I say Joker.
Yeah.
I know you love Joker.
Oh man. I'm watching.
Because somebody look at you, they like, oh, this nigga. And boy, he got 36, 5, and 9. You know what I'm saying? How you do that?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I remember one night, man, when I was at Palm Beach Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I went for like 45 this night. I thought I did something,
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got home.
I know your old boy like
my dad. He looked at me. He was like, "You ain't do nothing."
Damn.
And that's being nice. He's you ain't do shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
But he was perfect though. He's perfect for real.
I looked
because
at him.
People don't know what you went through.
I was like, I looked at him. I'm like, I had 45. He was like, well, you should have had like
61,
60. He said, your percentage was terrible. Like, he was hard on me, man. He was hard on me. But you know what? Him being hard on me made me a better player, and made me a better player, made me a smarter player. And, it was just, I thought, like I said, I thought I did something that night. I went
Did
for
you
45.
take that lesson from your dad and apply it to your son?
Mm.
You know what, man? Yeah, in a lot of ways, because what I did was I tried to do what my dad didn't do for me.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, what my dad didn't have for me is a gym to work out in all the time. Right. So what I did is apply to my son I had a gym. Come on, man, we're going to work out. Or we about to run. We about to run the neighborhood. We about to get in shape, condition.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna leave there and go to the gym. And I did a lot of one-on-ones with my son.
Because you was actually still playing.
Oh yeah, I was still able to go at it with him, and I didn't take nothing off him.
Can you tell everybody accolades, the fruits of your labor with your son? Yeah, your son's accolades. Fred the third.
Fred was a ball. Yeah, Fred was a baller. That like,
tough.
You know what? I was a bucket getter, but that boy could shoot, man.
He was a scientist.
He had everything that I had. I don't think he had my heart though. I don't think he was a killer like I ain't see whoever's in front of me. I was like, oh, I'm going by you.
But you know what? You can't. I wouldn't say that because I saw both of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you was kind of right there with him more than.
I'm 47. But I was more the coach part for him.
Okay.
So but I was more of
the spectator with me.
You was my idol. Okay. You was one of my idols. So I got to see you, and then I got to see your offspring. And when you say that you don't think he had the heart like you, time had changed. So they show their heart different.
Yeah.
I grew up with your era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up with your era. I was younger, but I grew up with your era. So to see your son, to in his defense, for you to say that you don't think he did, but it wasn't the call for his era.
He didn't have to really be like
that.
Like us.
Yeah. Right. If he was like us, his ass, it would have been stupid. You know what I'm saying? But he had
he had the skill set though. Oh, he had everything.
And
he had everything I had.
Your son played with Michael Beasley.
Yeah, Beasley, Walker, and I think I forget the other man. They had a squad. Like that he had Fred, my son, man.
He was a bucket, man.
Yo, he led as a sophomore. That boy was leading the Big 12, which was the Big 8. My son and me, we played in the same conference, which changed. It was the Big 8 when I was in college, which changed and went to the Big 12 when he went to school. So we kind of, and you know what? They had a bit. They did a write up on me and him. It was. They did it. They did. I think Ames, Iowa State, did something there. A story on me and him, which he did way better than me because I was at Iowa State, and they kind of Iowa State kind of did.
Saying, though? Yeah. It's like the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. The situation is different, but y'all game was, you could. I could tell he was your son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
his J was definitely better than his range. His J, I had a J too.
Yeah.
But
you had a J in game situation. You was a situational player.
Yeah.
If you needed that, I got that.
Yeah.
If you needed a 3, I'm gonna shoot that 3.
If I needed
your boy, that's why I'm saying for you to say that you don't think he had the heart. That bitch was a killer. So
and you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was.
That bitch was.
He was tough
for his era.
Right. He was tough. He was tough.
He just was. His dad was just a bucket getter and your dad played. So
yeah,
just so you could see,
and he was the man too in his era.
Right. So
it's like we got three generations of Browns that came
there
through.
You go. Yeah, downtown Fred Brown.
Yeah, he was the first one.
Yeah,
he was the first one, and I was the second one, and then my son was the third one.
Now we keeping structure in this thing. Now here we are, senior year. What happened? I'm talking about. We all had aspirations to go D1 right out of high school. This and that. What's your path was?
My path was actually I had to go the path of JUCO.
Okay. Explain to the listeners what is JUCO. A lot of people don't know, but it's not the end all be all.
No, it's not. And you can't look at it as that's the worst route. Mm-hmm. And because you could still go JUCO, which is now they call it state college, when it was junior college when I came through. You could go JUCO, man, and still come out, or state college now and still come out All-American. Yeah. I came out JUCO All-American, and then went big time, like to a Division I.
You did.
And I feel like, I chose, which I didn't choose, but my father chose.
Your agent.
Yeah,
Your agent. Hey.
I like you, man.
But that's your agent. Listen.
Hey.
Because listen, you know what? My father wasn't in my life like that. And me and about 6 other people that looked up to you and whatever, father wasn't like that. So for us to see that, we knew what it was when we saw it.
Right.
So agent.
It wasn't my decision to choose.
Do you think it was to your detriment?
It was. It was.
What was in your mind?
My mind at that point.
I always want to know where you wanted.
Yeah.
Coming out of JUCO, All American.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this,
say it, because I wanted, because we got to think of the time frame. Was your agent better than what you think?
No, my agent was terrible.
Okay, so where did you want to go?
I wanted to go to Arkansas, or
Richardson?
The second
with Richardson.
I would have had a look. I would have had a national championship ring.
Remember that team they had?
I would have definitely went NBA because that was my style of play.
Them boys running gun.
Okay,
yeah.
I went.
They had
my agent chose. My agent back then chose Iowa State, which I'm like, oh my God, okay. I went, but now my backup choice. My backup choice was Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now do you want to know why I would have chose Oklahoma?
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
When you go on visits to these schools when you're back then,
know,
right?
Bro. You had opportunity. You had options.
It was options, and it was what's the word? It was let's say when I went to certain visits, I would hang out with the student athletes. Going to Oklahoma, I hung out with the coach.
Wow.
And his buddies.
Wow. What was that like? So that was like automatically grown people. This is what.
Yeah, that's a level of respect.
Yo, I was, this kind of stuff that went on back then.
You was intrigued.
And it was things happening back then with that situation, man. And it was.
Do you remember any of the key situations going on around with Oklahoma? Who was the guy in Oklahoma around that time? Remember?
You know what? Thinking back at Oklahoma, I don't even know who was the guy, but I know if I'd have went there, I would have been one of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that I would have been one of the guys, I would have been taken care of, and you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Now it's legal.
Yeah, it's legal now.
Yeah,
it's legal now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of nice handshakes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With a lot of
extreme, a lot of cash. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it would have been one of them situations.
Yeah.
And with
the first version of the NIL.
Hey, absolutely. With my so-called agent back then, I feel like my agent and my coach back then might have got got something.
Yeah.
Because they really pushed Iowa State, bro.
The old school say they had their palm grease.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, damn, why I ain't get it? I ain't getting none of that.
I don't get no, it's here.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm gonna throw a reference in for the audience. Those of you who need a good example of what we're talking about, there's a movie called Johnny Be Good. It's an older movie. Check it out. It's with Anthony Michael Hall. Great reference for exactly what we're talking about. That movie was excellent. So check that out.
Okay. This is it. And my guy, Bruises, from his cousin Bruises, Kinetic, he's a movie buff. One day we're gonna have just movie fiasco. The man done watched down to 60% of the movies that's in America. Back to you, Bob. Yeah. So here we are. We stand on because I'm keeping the listeners on this track.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So here we are. You didn't mention the junior college, which was Labette College in Kansas.
Okay.
Because one thing about
I think I know why you bring it back.
You can.
I think I know why you bring it back.
I want you to because I know you.
Because you was you kind of probably got some how should I say? You got some
gear. I got a lot of that gear. You know what I'm saying?
I went to
But that was inspiration though.
Yeah. I went to Labette Community College, man.
And where is that?
In Parsons, Kansas.
Okay.
And Parsons, Kansas, man. Yo, that was a small town, but they love me there.
Yeah.
And
that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
though.
the coach that took me in there, man, Hank Harris, you know. Hey, that dude treated me good.
There you go.
He treated me good, and everybody he introduced me to there, they treated me good and they took care of me there.
That's what it's all about.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when I got there, that meant like, hey.
Thanks, Hank, because I wore a lot of that gear. But go ahead.
Hey, yeah. Spank wore a lot of gear.
Yeah.
My guy Hughie Weathersby. That was my guy back in the day.
Hughie was the disperser.
He
he passed the shit out. And I was one on the list. Thank you, Hughie. I love you, bro.
Hey, I was sending home and taking home a lot of little bet stuff.
Yes.
To my boys back
At
home.
one point I thought I was going to the bet. I didn't know what the fuck, you know?
But no, man. Hank, that was a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
He took me in, took care of me, put me with some families up there. When I got there, they took care of me, took me in.
Wow.
And yeah, man, like, you know, I mean, you guys hear how the big D1s do it.
Yeah.
And when the sponsors, you know, help a kid or looking out for a kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I went to Labette.
Yeah.
And I was treated like that at Labette.
Yeah. Junior college.
JUCO.
Yeah. That's
like,
a good thing.
Yeah, man. Like,
but you earned the right though. They knew who you were.
I went to Labette, man. I'm number 2. I'm number 2. Wish I was number 1 on the all-time scoring list. I had one. I might have had 1 or 2 bad games, but I ain't get my average.
But I'm gonna go deep in the bag.
Hey, can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
Go to the next one. My question is this: having to go to a junior college, what did that do to your ego?
You know what? To me, I don't think it did anything to my ego because, and I'm gonna tell you guys that's out there that might have to go that route today. Don't look at, hey, man, you go to school where the coach wants you and where you fit in.
Yeah.
And when you get there, you make the name for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you make the school. You become the man of the school.
Yeah.
Okay, you become the star.
Mm-hmm.
And then because when you leave there, they're gonna be talking about you.
That's real.
That's not a bad route. I won't say that's a bad, you know. Hey, it's unfortunate that you got to go that route. Make the best of it.
There you go.
Become a star there.
There you go.
Because it will happen for you. You get out of there and go to the next level.
Because you're still going to school for free.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
That's kind of what I was talking about on another episode when we were talking about how these kids coming up.
Yeah.
And everybody getting raised to be number 1. There's nothing else.
Everybody get a trophy.
Number 1.
Nah, man.
I'm like, what the fuck? How can you even instill that in a child that it's a guarantee? You go into the league,
right?
It's what 400 and something people in the damn league.
Guarantee that.
How you think that you know that you're gonna be able to go to the league as a guarantee?
Yeah, that. Hey man, getting to the league, that's hard.
That's real hard.
The car's got to be right.
Bruh, there's a lot of luck in that too.
Yeah,
like you can bust your tail, man. Like it's luck in that.
I know a dude's right now mad at that boy from France right now because it's like, well, shit, I was supposed to be
right.
75.
Not for France.
You know, but nah, man, going JUCO State College, that is not a bad route, man, because you just go there, man, and bust your tail, work hard, and I guarantee you'll get your goal.
Yeah.
You'll get where you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
So did you ever with this question here, I'm gonna ask you, did you ever pass the torch with did you show some love with Labette, or did you pass the torch or put somebody on to help somebody out? I just because I'm from the hood and I hear some things, but did it happen? Did you give some
I helped a couple players.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man, this is me. This is my thing. Whenever I can help another player, person, whoever, I'm gonna help you. You know, because somebody helped me. So, and I had a couple players. You know, they didn't have schools to go to. And I don't know how you knew this.
I know everything. I'm Mel Spanko. I didn't think you would know, but Mel Spanko of Hits, Cuss, and Bruises.
But you know, and hey, look, and I'm saying this not to say I'm anybody, man, but yeah, you know, somebody needs some help getting to school. I'm gonna try to help you. And like I got contacts and connects. I call them all the time, and I reach out to people.
Ticks.
You know. And I try to help them. And I don't know if you want me to name them.
No. We don't name drop.
Okay.
No.
Name the ones that I help get. Okay. Not a problem. But yeah, of course. I'm going to always help anybody from where I'm from. You know?
So one thing, okay, we on pace. As y'all paying attention to this telecast and this interview, we're rapid pace because this guy has done a lot of things. Now here we are right now. We shot through junior college. We heard the trials and tribulations through high school. Now we're headed to our state Division I college. What was that like?
What was that like, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you can be.
You want me to speak on
you
that?
can be as frosty as you want. You can be as militant. Because we all from the same place. I don't
also,
know.
it's your story.
It's yours.
Can't nobody get mad at your story.
Hey, remember Chad?
Hey.
So you better bring it.
Hey. Iowa State wasn't good to me, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
There we go.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like that on TV.
Boy,
you balled. You for the time that you got me home, being a few years younger than you, bitch, you made me proud, bro. I ain't going. And I know you could have done 10 times, 15 times more. But definitely. When you got your ass in that game, they couldn't hold you down. They couldn't hold you down too much, bro.
Iowa State, man, that was kind of
from your agent.
yeah. My agent screwed me on that. My agent screwed me on that choice.
Damn agent.
Hey, goddamn dad.
Hey, he screwed me bad. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man.
Yeah,
man. I you know what? I'm gonna tell you a story.
We gonna go far.
What?
Tell me the story.
We could come back to it.
We will, because I want to hear the story.
I'm gonna tell you a story, man, because I was hurt. I was broken up there, man. I ain't gonna lie. They hurt me, man, because I come from, from all my life being the man. Little league, middle school, high school, JUCO, come out All-American, come out you're the reason why this team is ranked number 11th in the nation. And I get there. And I'm saying to myself, I don't care, I had the coach. I ain't gonna say his name.
Well, it's okay.
He was the recruiting coach at Iowa State.
Yeah.
Told me, don't get mad, don't be upset, if you don't come and you don't start. He said, just come in and work hard. I'm a person, I always work hard. We from the raw. That's all we do is work hard.
Yeah. We don't have nothing.
We earn and take what we earn what we want.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't care who in front of me.
More like he's fucking with me.
Yeah, like he tested me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't care who you got there. I know me. I know my game. I'm go there and somebody's starting position is in jeopardy. That was my mentality.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta. You could tell me you ain't gonna start me, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I went there and I bust my tail.
Yeah. And
they hurt me, man.
Politics.
Yes. You just hit.
Did you play with Fred?
Yeah, I played with. I'm
just letting you know. I'm
prepared.
I'm prepared.
Me and Hoiberg, we still tight. We still cool to this day.
Cool white boy, man.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And to this day, again, when I
did they call him the mayor?
That was the mayor.
See,
That was the mayor. And the mayor, what?
I know. Because we from the same spot. Like what Lil Boosie said, he wasn't about what you be talking about. But go ahead.
You know, me and the mayor, we still cool. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. That's my guy. Actually, whenever I know of a player this way or a player anywhere, I reach out to Fred. I say, hey.
He's with coaching, right?
Fred is at Nebraska now.
Mm-hmm.
And even when he was in the NBA, man, with Chicago, even when he was with Iowa State, I reach out and say, hey, man, you need to check out this player. Yeah, he was with Iowa State before he went. No, I didn't. But I'm looking out for whoever I know. I'm like, hey, come check this player out. And, you know, but
yeah, he's trying to be modest.
Hey, I mean, you know,
that's a good thing though.
If let's say your junior college,
mm-hmm.
if they reached out to you and say, would you come out here and coach for us? What would the answer be?
Today,
right
now, I wouldn't leave and doing what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
If some years ago, maybe 10 years ago, they'd have reached out to me in a heartbeat, I'd have went out there.
Okay.
Because I already know wherever I go coach, I know I'm gonna be good. I know I'm gonna be straight there.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm gonna get some players.
Right.
You know? And man, that was one of my goals when I came back home. And I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. My goal was to get one of these high schools here, and who was gonna be on my staff. I ain't gonna lie. My dad was gonna be on my staff.
Mm-hmm.
His buddy Dante Wright. I don't know. A lot of people probably don't know or remember who Dante Wright is. He was
in his time.
You guys might not know Coach Wright. A great back in the day that coached at Twin Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I'm quoting it correctly. But Dante was one of Coach Wright's sons. Mm-hmm. So him and my dad, they was doing their thing here, bringing through a lot of kids.
Youth, yeah.
Yep, this way. So I wanted those two to be on staff with me. And I know had I got a high school here, man, I would have dominated this state.
But you know what?
I'd have dominated this state.
Too many people knew what you wanted to do too.
Probably.
Because you could have, but it's still real life. And one thing about real life is still barricades and barriers for us not to get there.
I know.
It ain't what you know.
It's who? Yeah.
Every time.
Hey, what you know get you to the door.
Yes.
Who you know gonna pull you through the door.
You got that right.
Period.
That's real.
Need to be on a t-shirt, front and back.
Period.
That's real. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
That's in life. Yeah. Period. Right now.
Absolutely.
I don't care what education you have.
Nope. Don't matter.
Man, sometimes I hate to say it, might not matter sometimes.
Right.
In certain situations.
Politics is crazy.
Ooh wee. Yeah. Ooh. Man.
So here we are. Let's talk about you're getting your college is over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put us in that frame of mind of that mindset, that process of
what's next?
Do you have a chance to go overseas, or what's next? What was going through downtown Fred Brown mind at that time? Because you put in the work, and you know people politic wise has done less in getting opportunities. What happened to downtown opportunities?
Man, like you know what? I had some opportunities, man. I was working on my game, trying to polish it up because my dream was still there.
Yeah.
And after I was done at Iowa State for school and basketball, I was still trying to get in somewhere, some way, somehow.
Yeah.
I was working out, and went to a few camps.
Mm-hmm.
And after the few tries at the camp things and whatnot, I kept getting I remember I went to a camp in Chicago, man. And I had everybody at the camp now fell in love with me. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And again, politics
and
and who you are, or who you might not be, or who know you, or who like you, or who don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
And you not that person that that's known or someone referred or referenced you.
Politics.
This shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, it's to the world today.
Yo, I'm at this camp. I got a jacked up bat at the same time, and I still was killing it. Dude, they was throwing us in pro sets, offensive sets, and whatnot. Man, these dudes couldn't even stop. They and I ain't trying to toot my own horn.
You have to. This your show.
These dudes could not stop me, and the only way they could stop me is the coach was getting mad and telling to get like, why are y'all letting him or allowing him to do this? And I'm looking at him like, it don't matter,
I've been
bro.
doing this for years.
They ain't gonna stop me. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
And at this camp, I killed at every aspect of it, of basketball.
Dang.
And my name wasn't called. I'm in the not the lock. Yeah, so at the end, I go to the locker room. Dudes walking in the locker room, they're like, what you doing in here? Say he ain't called my name. They're like, what?
Damn.
I said, that's all right, man. I said, I guess this one here wasn't meant for me.
Yeah. Positive outlook.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, it was wow. I went to a couple camps, man, and I did it. Everybody at the camp know who Fred Brown was.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get that. I didn't get the call.
Mm-hmm.
The coach or whoever was over the whole thing, he was like, hey man, I can't help you right here. He said, but if you need me to help you to get to anywhere else, let me know.
That's
I kind of looked
shitty.
at it. Yeah, I kind of looked at it. Excuse me. I'm like, motherfucker, why you can't help me right now?
Exactly.
Like, put me on right now.
Yeah.
Like, this my shot. I'm here. I done came from Iowa.
That's real.
My college and school days are over. Nigga, give me this shot.
Grown man time.
Like, give me this shot. Bruh, that was the kind of shit that I was getting.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That was the kind I was like, so after a couple times of that, I had kids back home, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me go home and be dad.
Reality setting in now.
I mean, I could have continued to try that, but when you get like punched in the gut and
so much,
I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the timeline of the kids and stuff like that. So where do that put you now? You are a finished with college. But you know that competition is still in your heart. This and that. It never goes.
No,
never goes away.
They don't.
But in all reality, you're dad.
Right.
So where are we at now?
Well, Dad came home. You're
in Iowa now?
No, I at the end of that, it's funny you asked that. At the end of that last Chicago trip, man, that one kind of hit me hard. I had went to another one in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and I was at another camp, similar situation.
Damn.
I'm up there at this camp trying out for this team, and all of a sudden, hey, you gonna never know this name. I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
We in Texas now.
Yeah.
Remember, I went to Chicago the last one.
Yeah.
Texas. I'm shooting, warming up, getting loose for this camp. All of a sudden, I hear downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. When you hear that,
homeboy,
that's home.
Yeah.
So you ran into the homie.
Guess who it was?
I know who it was.
God bless the dead.
Yeah.
Derek Little.
Yeah.
Oh.
Derek Little was in street clothes.
Forest Hill great.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Little, he's like, downtown, what you doing? I said, man, I'm here to try to get on, make this squad.
Yeah.
And I looked at him. He was in street clothes. Like, he wasn't in gym shorts. He was in some pants.
Politics called him too?
I said, what you doing, man? You ain't gonna try out for this? And he was like, man, I don't think they want me. I'm too small. I'm like, bro, go get some shorts.
Yeah.
You need to come work out. Same thing for Derek that was happening for Derek was happening to me. Same thing. Same thing, man.
Dang.
So that kind of like hurt my heart, dog.
Discouraging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm here to tell you though, man? I wanted you to tell the listeners your story. You know what I'm saying? Just to tell you this. Guys like you, guys like Anthony Goldwire, and all that, guys.
I ain't even told you about Goldwire, what he done did.
I know he's next. But I want to tell you this, bro. You helped make things a little easier. You paid the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully I did.
No. Yes, your son went D1 off rip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the sacrifices and stuff that you went through.
Yeah.
Your son went to Iowa State, freshman, 18, 19 years old.
K-State.
Excuse me. K-State with Michael Beasley.
Bill Walker.
Mm-hmm.
And some other cats off that team.
They went to the tournament off rip.
Yeah, coach was Frank Martin. Crazy ass Frank Martin from Miami.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Played with he from Shaky.
Yeah.
Shaky
Miami
Rodriguez.
High. Yes, sir.
Shaky Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna get back to stay on path, but I just want to give you that love.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know
man.
Hey. Trust me, you guys, y'all set the tone. I'm talking about Riviera Beach Sons and this and that. These young guys right now, if they're watching.
Oh, you mentioned Anthony Goldwire, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something about Anthony Goldwire.
Mm-hmm.
That dude there has tried to help my son several times.
Wow.
Goldwire, when Goldwire started out, after Goldwire finished being in the NBA, he was coaching with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Absolutely.
Every time Goldwire came home, hey, where Fred at? Where little Fred at? We gotta try to get him a workout. I'm like, all right, I connect you with him. Goldwire tried to get that boy in the league, man, several times. Like we done did some things and try to set him up, and the bat was there.
Mm-hmm.
The bat was there. It was up to Fred.
Definitely got the game. He
had
the game.
Man. God, man. Goldwire would call me, man. One time we got when Goldwire, the affiliate team, Erie Bayhawks.
Yeah.
That was Orlando Magic.
Bayhawks. Yeah.
That was their affiliate D-League team at the time, which is now the G League. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Fred, we gotta get him up here, man. In front of the GMs and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, cool. Let's get him up there. This shit is crazy, man. We get Fred up there, whatnot. Goldwire call me. And that's like me calling you or you calling me and you holding the phone.
Home team.
And you holding the phone and you saying, Fred, man. I'm like, yo, I said, why? What's up, man? This me. Just give it to me.
Right.
Give it to me straight.
That's my son.
Why I say, man, it wasn't nothing we could really tell him about basketball, right? He said, man, it was the look, and it was stuff that had nothing to do with basketball. And I had been telling Fred all his life, like, bro, you gotta you gotta do this if you want to get there. Right. Stop doing this. If you want to do it, look like this. You want to do it, be this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get into it and talk and say the specifics of it, but you kind of get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Is that reflections of doing something differently because you had your own particular agent and you wanted to do it differently? Because you had your agent did some choices for you.
My agent just had terrible decisions.
But it was probably his first job, though. That was your agent's first job.
He was terrible. He was terrible. And I'm trying to be the correct agent. I would never make the decision for my son.
Yeah.
But I would put him in the best position to make his best decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, it was, oh my gosh.
See, that's how it's like being a parent nowadays. And we try to, Ken and I talked about that earlier. It's like, we want to give them what we didn't have and this and that, but some of those qualities still works. But then this generation, they different.
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. You and I talked about that earlier,
They are at a point where everything for them is a breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. I was talking today about my son's milestones.
Mm-hmm.
And, shout out Florida State. My son just graduated.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you. But I was talking about how he was in the Wall Street Journal. You know, that catapulted him to a whole nother level. Now he not worried about just the state of Florida. Now he in front of the world. You know, it's a worldwide publication. And the article was about him. It was a generic article, but it was focused on him.
Wow.
What is he going to do? Is he going to go to grad
big.
school? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The article is about,
freaking big.
is he going to go to grad school?
So
Or is he going to go?
What he doing now? Tell him.
He is
Fred
in New
catching
York.
up.
Yeah, he working New York Presbyterian Hospital.
Okay.
Take care of my baby, y'all. Take care of my baby. He is living in New York now.
Nice. Congrats.
So yeah, he went he told me since he was 15 years old, Dad, this shit in Florida ain't it.
All right.
Ain't no real cities in Florida. He kept saying it. My son is a fan of culture, art. He likes infrastructure. He likes the public transportation. He's fascinated with all this stuff.
Nice.
None of that exists in Florida.
Nah.
We barely got Tri-Rail and Brightline. So when he's, part of them subways and stuff, he is in heaven.
Right. So
It's like,
doing
man.
his thing.
And I kind of, we go up there, it's like coming out of that tunnel, and it's like, man, I'm in a whole nother part of the world.
Right.
You're in the same city, but it's
Right.
like, damn, this is incredible.
Right.
I went down one place and I come out, I felt like playing Mario.
Okay.
That's real. That's crazy. You're right.
But they have access to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like we came up, it's like you said, it's who you know.
Yeah, man.
But now they got these vehicles, like your son back then, you could just put a mixtape together.
Right.
Check out my son.
Yeah.
That's gonna put him on a whole nother level. Then I gotta send him somewhere.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
different.
crazy.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's time. Difference in time, man, from back then to today.
Yeah.
It's a whole man. I wish with what they have today and how they get on today with certain things.
Because of y'all mishaps, bro.
Oh my God.
Because of our mishaps. Because what we took. It's easier now, dog. They don't know.
It's super easy with technology. This is what we doing.
But at the same time, bro, we sacrifice for our children. We sacrifice for different generations and stuff like that before us. We don't even know it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you was the closest to me as like, damn, I can go to college. I got a shot.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My game is not like his, but I took the most impressive thing out of his game and put it in my game, along with go while look, stop and pop in transition. I took his. I took Simmons. I took his little floater. I watched all that and I had all that.
That's correct. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm saying is it's more sacrifice. I'm here to tell you to give your flowers. Give y'all guys your flowers, all your old boys, you know what I'm saying? Y'all older than me. You know what I'm saying? But give y'all old boys y'all flowers, like, bro, don't think that shit going in vain, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas was watching y'all.
Yeah.
Like, and generations ahead, this and that, it may not came out with Lil Fred, but you still got kids, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you got kids, sons and daughters. You got a daughter that's an awesome basketball player too.
Yeah.
He got plenty of kids, but right now we're gonna go on a break right now. I think I gotta drain the drain the main vein.
Oh yeah,
And,
I need that break too.
And
y'all,
Navarsky, you can put a commercial or something on it, but my shit is about to pop.
I'm with you.
Introducing the official Hits, Cuts, and Bruises podcast online store, exclusively on tenettree.com. Show your love for your Hits, Cuts, and Bruises fans by rocking our stylish, high-quality merchandise. From hats, t-shirts to hoodies, we got you covered. Just head over to tenettree.com/HCB to browse our exclusive collection. Order now and get ready to be part of the Hits, Cuts, and Bruises podcast family.
Sir. So now we're at the point that we was just talking about. You have a daughter that actually hoop, and the bloodline still proceeds of Daddy Fred Brown II. So what's that like?
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley Brown. I guarantee.
Listen for that name.
Ashley, Ashlee.
What region, what area she's in?
She's in Iowa right now.
Okay.
And she started for her varsity team this year
Mm.
as a freshman,
Mm.
starting point guard.
That's
Wow.
a big deal.
And if she falls in love with basketball, y'all will hear that name.
There you go. Gotta
Y'all.
fall in love with it, baby girl.
If she fall in love, you're gonna hear that name.
Yes.
And you've seen some
I
some
have.
footage.
I have been flooded. I have an Android, so my pixels is kind of. I ain't gonna lie, my pixels kind of crazy, but I know basketball.
Right.
And she has the bloodline.
Yeah, it's there.
So here we are. We speaking of the daughter. What is your children count right now? Coming from Iowa. We're done with college. We're done with the pro circuit trials and stuff like that. Now we're daddy. So what's the kid count right now?
6, 4 boys, 2 girls.
Okay.
The 3 older ones are
Mhm.
here in Palm Beach,
Mhm.
and the second 3
Mhm.
is in Iowa.
Okay. So here we are. We reached that point with the kids. So we're making our way back to Palm Beach County. Where are we? Where's my mindset? What is Fred Brown now?
When you say we're making our way back to Palm Beach County.
Because you gotta come back home.
Yeah.
Dream deferred or dream over?
Dream deferred.
Okay.
So we home.
And we back home.
What is that like?
Came back home. You know what? It was good. It was good. And then, we was working, me and the ex, we had a mortgage, real estate, and title company.
Okay.
And we killed it.
Big things. Successful.
Very.
Right.
Very.
Financially set.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We had an office. Our main office was here in West Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
We had an office in Orlando, and we had a satellite office in Tampa.
Wow.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
You was one of the first guys that I ever knew personally. Like, stayed in the gated community. Me. I'm several. Let me tell you, I'm several years behind this guy. And they actually have a house, brand new in a development.
Well, I think you talking about one of the developments that I lived in.
Yeah. Because you stayed on some water projects as well, too.
Yeah. I stayed on the lake in Lantana. And that was a beautiful home of mine that I had.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to move from that house in Lantana, but then, being in the real estate business, my ex-wife, when she's showing property, she sees stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And her way to kind of get me to buy into things, she tells me what we can make on a purchase.
Yeah. Profit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, the house is worth the purchasing price is $800, but we can make $50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how that's kind of how she would get me. You know what I'm saying?
That's the love language. Yeah.
And that was on like every property that we had, because we had several, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we did pretty good, man. Like I think the one property you're talking about, the one that was in Terracina.
Yeah.
Yeah, we own one of the property, one of the biggest one of the biggest models that was in Terracina.
Yeah.
And the first one on the left, if you ever driving in Terracina, it was the one on as soon as you go through the gates, first one, turn, look to the left.
Yeah.
That was
you talking something like now it's over $1 million property.
Oh yeah, that property is worth gotta be over 1 point something.
Right.
And when we was in there, we got it for like 800.
Right, definitely.
Definitely.
So that's profit.
Oh yeah.
So here we are, we there, and we're business, we're making business, we're making money, we're flipping stuff, property or whatever. Now, time are going. How do you get where you are now?
Went through a little hardship. Yeah. And lost some things.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
And had to regroup.
Yeah.
And start working for people again instead of you being your owner,
There
the
you
owner
go.
and the boss.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, went back and had to, start over a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked out. It worked out a little bit, the ex just kind of moved back to Iowa. I went back and coached at a Division III school.
Yes, you did.
Did that for a year. And then it was like the coldest winter in 50 years when I went back to Iowa, man. It was like, it was crazy.
Right.
And
telling you to get your ass back home.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's exactly
it probably
what
was
happened.
always that cold, but the man upstairs say, get your butt home. Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna even lie to you. That shit sent me right back to Florida. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Yeah.
Yo, I was in Iowa for some years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I was in Kansas for a couple years before going to Iowa. So I knew what cold was.
Yeah.
No, you can have that.
And I'm a Florida boy, born and raised.
Yeah.
So man, the year that I went back at the end, bro, it was like it was literally the coldest winter.
It was like a knowing.
It was the coldest winter in like 50 years that state had, right?
Yeah.
And it was an advisory would come on the screen and said, I cracked up when I said it's like, do not go outside.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah. It's harsh.
Bruh.
Yeah.
And then it says, if you have been outside for longer than 5 minutes, go directly to the hospital.
Yeah.
What? Because you have been frostbitten. Man, it literally went from like a snowstorm to a blizzard to an ice storm back to a blizzard in a 3-week span.
Wow.
Like, I'm talking about ice storm, like ice.
Yeah.
Ice on my truck.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had to chip the ice off.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and I'm a Florida boy.
And I'm saying to myself, man, what the fuck I'm doing here, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things start getting annoying.
So I was like, man, at the end of that basketball season I was coaching at Simpson College in Indianola, Iowa.
Wow.
And I went in and I told the coach, and he smiled at me. He knew my situation while I was back, why I was back there.
Yeah.
And he just smiled at me. He just said, hey, just let me know if you need me to say anything or help you get anywhere. He just let me know. I said, all right, coach, I gotta get back to Florida. I'm a Florida boy. This ain't for me right now. Yo, that shit, it was
I don't own enough coats for this.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Layer up.
That shit was crazy, man. Oh my God.
Layer up.
But so then, after that, came back home and it was rough.
Okay.
It was rough. And Ken, you don't know this. Spank know this. Because Spank kind of seen me when I was at a low.
The expedition.
I was at a low. A low. Like, I was at such a low. Spank, I think you were just starting to cut hair. I don't know if you were just starting. You might have been doing it for a while.
Yeah, I was doing it for a
while.
But
I was so low, bro. I ain't have enough money to get a haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But what I was telling you, gotta stay fresh. You look good.
You
look good. You
feel good.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was trying to do.
That was the talk.
And I was just trying to keep myself up.
Yeah.
He
was a twice a week guy. That's that Noah show guy.
Yeah.
That pretty boy guy. He was a twice a week guy.
Fred
out there, my wife. Fred out there again.
Where you was cutting at? Where you cutting in the garage? In the garage.
Yeah.
I ain't have enough money to go to another regular barber shop. But my dog had me.
Had him
my dog would cut me up.
Yeah. So
sometimes I had some change with me.
But you know what?
And he did me.
So here we go with the trials and tribulations of life, and just let the listeners, the viewers or whatever, see how you was able to go through the mud, water through the mud, and bounce back. We're gonna speed. We're gonna go through some things. We're gonna go through the woods. We're gonna dip. We're gonna dab.
But
now we're here.
We was low, like I say.
We here now.
We was low, and like, hey, now we here. We here.
And what is here?
We right here. We sitting in something.
One of few.
One of few. One of mine. This is one of my rewards.
There you go.
Of hard work.
Yeah.
That we sitting in. We actually doing,
one of the first. If we were Soldier Boy,
this was one of the first.
We are one of the first podcasts
for hits, cuts, and bruises, right here in a Mercedes Sprinter party van.
Yeah,
and,
I feel like partying right now.
Oh, we can party anytime. But it took some hard work to get back to where I'm at right now, man. Right. And I started. Hey, it was rough, man.
Right. Is it any time, not to cut you off, bro? Is there any time that you could tell the person that maybe going through the same thing you went through, that I'm sure it's times that you have lost faith, and you recreated faith. Tell them, put the listener like what it takes to be all the way down.
When you down, and I've been when you down, just don't give up. Don't give up, and just keep. Once you get that idea or that drive or whatever goal you want to get to, man, just go for it and push, and don't let nobody deter you from it. Don't let nobody distract you from it. And because I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like he said earlier, like he said something about the expedition. He know about that great expedition. That was that, man. That expedition was old, but it was in great shape because I took care of my things.
Right.
And I had I ain't gonna even say it was a 04 expedition, right? I was working at the school board. And I got tired of sitting in that little position that I was in at the school board, man. And I was in that position for a reason. My own selfish reasons. Cause that's another yeah. So I said to myself, man, I need some more money.
Yeah.
So I said, and I ain't ashamed to say how I got my business started. Uber.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Uber.
I remember that.
Like, man, I went.
You had some highs and some lows.
Man,
with that, but
I had an 04 expedition. Listen to this. The truck was too old to put on the Uber platform.
Wow.
So guess what I had to do? I went and bought a brand new. I was working for the school board at the time. I went and bought a brand new 2015 Expedition just to do Uber to make some extra money.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember it like it was.
It's your story, bro.
This is it. And this is how I got started with transportation.
Yeah.
October 15th. I wanted 2015.
There you go.
I got a 2015 Ford Expedition, brand new.
Right.
Went and purchased it just to do Uber because my 04 was too old to put.
Cut.
They wouldn't even let me drive for Uber.
Yeah.
So I went and brought a brand new car.
Yeah.
Just to do Uber to make extra money.
Yeah.
Bro, I was that was October. November, December. Right? I wasn't even doing the big hot days that you can make the big money.
Right.
Doing Uber. And working for the school board, you get a Christmas break.
Right.
Yeah. Bro, November, December, I made like $7 or $8 grand doing Uber part-time.
Wow.
I almost quit and then go back to the school board after the Christmas break. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seriously was like,
God was trying to tell you something.
So I said, nope, finish the year, do a year. Excuse me. I said, do a year and see what you make in the app. Now, 2 weeks after I brought that brand new Expedition, that 2015, I met a doctor, Dr. Willette. He practices dentistry downtown.
Shout out to Doc.
That man got in my car. He looked around in that truck. He was brand new smell. He was like, this is a very nice vehicle just to be doing Ubering. He said, you got any business cards? I said, no, sir. He said, well, he pulled out his coat early morning, like a 7 a.m., 6:30 a.m. Pickup going to Miami. Gave me his business card. He said, here's my business card. You go get you some business cards and you bring them to my office. I'll put them in my office and I'll get you started with some clients. And I listen to them.
Wow.
And this is my story, how I got started.
And look at the fleet that you
Bruh,
have now.
I went and got them business cards. I went to that man's office. He put them in his office. And as soon as I gave him them cards and put in his office, he turned me on to some clients. Now, for everybody that don't know, he turned me on to 10 friends and families that's on the island.
Wow.
And y'all know what the island is.
Of course. Yeah.
That's where bro, from those 10, it turned into what I am today.
Wow.
Friends and family. I ain't never advertised.
Yeah.
I got a, you
Word
know
of
what?
mouth.
I do have a website. I don't even use a website.
Right.
I don't even tell nobody about the website because I don't need to.
Right.
You
Thanks to that man.
You blessed, bro.
Thanks to that man there. That man jump started me. And from there on, the only downfall I ever had was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
That was it. But everybody went down. You know,
Of course.
everybody struggled during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that, bro, oh my gosh. Dude, after the pandemic,
Been up.
yo, during the pandemic, yo, listen to this. My partner, my brother, my family, Sean Wilson, Pup,
Yeah.
from them damn dogs.
Used to who?
The damn dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean say, Fred, man, these kids up here, he said these kids up here killing their parents' credit card with this DoorDash thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I kind of looked at, I said, I don't want to go pick up no food, deliver food. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of look. I ain't gonna say I really looked down. I just didn't. I was like,
You had a
you had reached a certain point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Something else. Yeah.
So so what I did was I went and worked for Amazon Prime during the pandemic, delivery. Whew. If you ever want to get in shape fast,
Oh yeah, everything on time.
Go get hired.
Time. Yeah.
By Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Oh, Amazon
Not
Prime.
that. Not, dude. And you know I got a back. So most people know about my back. I got a sciatic nerve issue.
Yeah.
I tweaked my back one day. I was working for Amazon Prime for about 5 months. I tweaked my back one day, and it ain't no real heavy carts or whatnot, but it was just enough to tweak me. And I told the supervisor, I say, hey, man, I can't do it no more. You know, Amazon Prime, that's a jet job for real. Go, you work. That's constant.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in shape in 2 days with that.
Yeah. No matter what shape.
I don't care what you're gonna be back in shape in 2 days with that job.
Yeah.
So I said, Sean sent me the link to DoorDash. And bro, I ain't gonna even lie to you. DoorDash paid all my bills. I figured out the niche for it.
Yeah.
I placed myself in the right areas. And then at the same time, over on the island, them big time restaurants, they started doing DoorDash. Because everybody was scared to come out.
Right.
Bruh, I did DoorDash and found my little niche with it.
Yeah.
DoorDash paid all my bills.
There you go.
That's
and built me back up.
Yeah.
And got me back. And then, so COVID was here, right? All my clients, they were so scared nobody was going nowhere.
Of course. Bro. We all was.
I had no business for my
in grind mode though.
I started doing DoorDash. I even in between, because when I got my private clients and whatnot, I said I wasn't doing Uber no more. I was like, I graduated from Uber.
Right.
I broke back down.
No.
Okay, I broke back down. I was like, all right, I'm doing Uber.
Uber, you home?
So what happened to me while I was doing Uber? I did Uber for like 2-3 weeks, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my buddies got COVID. So that scared me. I was like, I ain't putting nobody else in my vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want COVID.
Exactly.
It hit home.
It hit home.
It was deadly.
So I was just a DoorDash person.
Mm-hmm.
I was killing it at DoorDash though. So I was proud. I ain't gonna even lie though. I was proud of DoorDash. Because that DoorDash was keeping me alive, floating me.
You figured it out.
I was killing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing DoorDash. I stopped the Uber again. And then the vaccination came out.
Mm-hmm.
All my clients, Fred, we ready. We gotta go get this. Dude, I was riding. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. Wherever they wanted to go, because remember, sometimes you had to go far to get that shot.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was driving to Tampa, Homestead, Miami Stadium, Dolphin Stadium, wherever. They was like, Fred, come on, we got to get this shot. Ooh, I was
Hey, it's real deal.
Hey, we was riding up. All they had to do is stick their arm out the window.
That's it.
Get that shot. I got to go wait for 15 minutes, make sure they don't have a reaction to it.
Exactly.
Dude, after them shots started being given out, bro.
It's on.
I was using up all my savings during the pandemic.
Right.
I was going through my savings.
Yeah.
I was
glad you had it.
I was like, man, dang, did I pick the wrong thing to start doing?
Mm-hmm.
And dude, when the vaccination came and then we started getting them shots, I started taking my clients, picking them up, doing that. Ever since the vaccination, I've been taking it, went back.
Incline.
And I ain't came down since then.
That's a blessing, bro. Blessing.
We are sitting in one of my blessings.
Yeah.
Right now, doing the Hits, Cuts, and Bruises podcast. Dude, this is a blessing right here that we sitting in.
There you go.
That I've gotten through my hard work.
Mm-hmm.
And man, like, I ain't never going backwards again. You seen me out. You seen me when I was at that low. And that's a low that I ain't going back to, bro.
You never want to see that.
Yeah.
Never.
Now I got a question. So with all the clients that you've had, all the years driving people around, has there ever been somebody that got into your vehicle, you was like, man, I can't mess this up, man? Or you just so starstruck, or you awestruck by this person?
You know what?
You ain't got to name a name, but you know, if you won't be my
man, it's a few.
Okay.
It's a few that they are so that clients that just, it's a few of them that stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're my, matter of fact, the few that I'm talking about, they call me family now.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
So, man, I love what I do.
Right.
They love me. And man, just by meeting some of my clients, driving for some of them, and I see a whole lot of things that I probably wouldn't see or be involved with if I wasn't doing what I do.
That's right.
You know?
It opens the window to a completely different world.
It's a whole other world.
Yeah.
It's a whole other world, man. That I'm telling you, come on. I mean, some of the what, you know, I hate to like, because I don't want nobody to ever think that, oh, Fred think he did. Fred think
right.
But man,
You've been through a lot, bro.
I have some high end clients.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And man, they truly treat me like family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And they include me in their stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like they include and dude, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know? I feel I feel good about it. And I got one. I'm gonna tell you one gentleman.
Okay.
You know, and I'm gonna say his name. And because he's the one instantly, him and his wife and his son, they treat me and say, oh, you're family. And I hang out with them over my own blood family.
I understand.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, he'll say to me every time, Rob Shager is his name. Owner of Pig Beach Barbecue. Y'all got to go get that barbecue.
Okay.
That's some good stuff. Fred, you going with us to to Christmas dinner. Fred, you going with us to Thanksgiving dinner? Great family.
That's
Right.
incredible.
That's
Great
what's up.
guy. You know what I mean? And I love that dude.
That's great, man. And
Love that dude.
they
Matter
always
of fact,
say
I love all my clients.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of them love me and they treat me like they family.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm
And
talking about.
so things has just been blossoming for me, man. And again, like we sitting in one of them right now.
So, how can people contact you, and how could you like in a nutshell, you can let them know what you have to offer as far as fleets?
What I do is I do private driving. I do airport runs. I do Sweet 16s. I do weddings. I do whatever you need me to do.
Yeah.
I've been from here furthest north as to the bottom in Key West. I've been to New York. You need me to go somewhere? Yeah. The furthest
What?
Yes. The furthest north I've been was New York. Furthest south I've been was Isla Morada.
Yeah.
Down in the Keys.
Yeah.
I go wherever you need. And I got a pretty good, I got a nice client base.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? And
Because you're providing a service.
yes.
I know plenty of people that hate to drive.
Oh,
Yes.
and
They
I love
hate
it.
it.
I
You know?
love it.
It's like, man, if I can only had a way to go to, you know.
Yeah.
And even with you having your start and your beginning with those humble beginnings with Uber,
Uh-huh.
you know, this is a level up
Yeah.
from that.
Because it's
And-
own.
Yeah, this is y'all. This thing is amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I was absolutely 100% impressed.
Mhm.
It's hard to impress me because I'm an asshole and I know it.
Absolutely an asshole.
It's hard to impress me,
Mhm.
but I am 1000%. I'm
It's
impressed
beautiful.
by it. I'm talking about. This feels so soft on my
We-
ass, and
We sitting on
This-
sitting on
this-
leather.
this-
You sitting
this-
on leather back.
this
Fuck
is
you,
nice.
Tootsies.
And we still got the brand new smell in here. Right?
Yes,
You know what I mean?
it's beautiful in here.
Absolutely. And I can honestly say, I'm not just a podcaster or a telecaster, just interviewing this guy, me and the Bruisers or whatever, but I actually use this guy as well.
Oh yeah.
My wife and
Him
I,
and his wife. Yeah.
we have used him numerous occasions for airport runs. If it's a situation that you don't want to use, like park and go or whatever, Fred would be there to pick you up. He would
Hit me up.
He would take care of your bags. You don't have to lift a finger. He would be there. Actually, he would know if it's a delay. Whatever, he's gonna tell you
Oh yeah.
before you touch down. Like it's
Oh,
a
I know.
delay.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
just relax. Don't trip.
Right.
I
there.
know what's going on.
I got you.
And it's a beautiful thing because we have like subsidized tickets. When I say subsidized tickets, it's kind of like it's cheaping for a lot of us. And we're from Palm Beach County.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate that, but it is what it is. But I got my guy.
They got more traffic.
And if it happened, he gonna take us. You know what I'm saying? So he's our preferred guy. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
appreciate that.
and like we always do, we give our special interviewees flowers and let them know. But when it comes down to Fred Brown and his fleet or whatever, this is his podcast. So if y'all want to know anything about him, if you don't have his cars, he's going to be having his websites
Coming
soon
up.
and this and that. But you'll hear. We're going to let you know about him.
Yeah.
But this is a beautiful situation, man. You gotta entail his actual voyage to where he had you. That respect alone goes a long way. And what people have to know from this telecast, from this podcast, they have to understand that in order to get where you were going, you had to have been somewhere first. And he's a prime example with his story is amazing.
Hard
You know what I'm
work.
saying?
Hard
And
work
one
too.
thing about it is, at the end of the day, God did it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God did it.
Oh yeah, bro.
So with that, take us home, Fred.
Hey, I want to appreciate you guys for having me on Hits, Cuts, and Bruises, man.
For sure, man.
I
Welcome.
appreciate you guys for giving me the opportunity
Mhm.
to, talk about my life
Yeah.
and where I started, where I come from, and where I'm at. You know, and
Thanks for sharing.
if you guys ever need anything from me, I'm here.
Oh, we got you, famoski.
You know?
Yeah.
They say you family, we say you famoski.
Oh.
That's a little different coming from his Cuts and Bruises. We famoski.
And I'm here. And if anybody, you know, you want to know anything about, you know, my service and my company, you can give me a call at Brown's Exclusive Car Service. The number here is 561-801-2153. That's me all day long. Don't hesitate to call. Any time of the night, day, whatever. I will respond. Don't worry. I got you.
Awesome.
And with that, we want to say thank you again for tuning in to this episode of Hits, Cuts, and Bruises. This is Kinetic.
And this is Cuts El Spanko. And we're signing off. And get that limo service from Brown's.
Got that.
My man.
We here.
Yeah. East side, baby.
Hits, cuts, bruises. Bars.